Hello and welcome back to TutorCruncher's interview series In Conversation With. Today we have a very special guest with us, Jack Taylor from Holistic Tutoring. Jack started his tutoring business 2 years ago, and within a span of just 2 years, he's managed to do some incredible things and rapidly scale his business. I'm really excited to hear from him and just learn all about his journey. So let's dive right in. It's so great to be doing this with you, Jack. And yeah, I think just to start with, because obviously this interview is about you, I want to hear all about you and your business and how you started. How did you start Holistic Tutoring and what's that journey been like?
So I started it in September 2022. Yep, so we're coming up to our 2-year birthday this week, I believe it is actually. And it's my birthday this week as well. It started 2 years ago. I've always liked maths. It was the secondary school I used to go to. I knew a lot of the staff there. And I had a good year there. I liked it there. It was good. Different from primary, easier in some ways, harder in other ways. All good. Moved to a different school. Brilliant school, can't fault it. It was Greenwich based, really good school. 2 years there, absolutely loved the school. Then I left to go to another school for progression, phase leader, subject lead, and part of the senior leadership team. Yeah, so I was in that school for a year and I made my mind up to leave in about March. So I'd done tutoring in the past, friends, family, here and there. I thought, let's do a tuition business. Let's go for it. So I instantly had big thoughts. It wasn't, I want to be an individual tutor. It was, I want to have a tuition company. That was kind of the plan. It wasn't sole
Yeah.
trader. So from day one, I was a limited company. And I started planning to create a logo all by myself. Not the best logo maker. It's still the same logo now.
I really like it.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah, I've changed the text a little bit since then. But yeah, just created a logo, played around with it. Just kind of, yeah, got a logo done. That took enough time. From March, I was doing, yes, I was doing my school job. I was still full-time teaching. But on the side, I was building a website, jumped on, gave it a go, figured it out and done a basic website. Took me absolutely months. So by the end of August, it was pretty much ready to go. But, from then on, I was ready to launch. So I got some leaflets made, started posting some leaflets through doors. And
So
got
that's how
my
the marketing kind of started with the
just
leaflets.
a few leaflets through doors, and I got my first client from that. So that is kind of what made me start. And I think a lot of maybe schools and education forget that human beings are not just numbers. So you've got people who can't even write a sentence, and then you've got people who are much more advanced and are ready to do complicated fraction problems in the same class. It's a bit like, how do I really help these children? And I thought, right, why don't I just focus on one-to-one and actually making a difference for that child? And that's kind of part of the reason I thought, I trained to be a teacher. I did debate when I was looking at leaving teaching, quitting education altogether. But I thought, no, I've done my teaching degree. Let's do a tuition business. And that's kind of what led me to starting what is now known as holistic tutoring.
That is amazing. The fact that it got to a point that you were kind of second guessing being part of the education system just shows like how much help we need in that area. We need more people like you to kind of, help those kids out because they're at the center. They need to be at the center of everyone's approach, right? When it comes to holistic tutoring, how do you kind of make sure that your students are now at the center of your approach and receive that support that they need?
When I left teaching, I looked at a lot of what didn't work about teaching. And I thought, let's just do the opposite. Simple maths. If that doesn't work, try something different and see if it works. So parents don't actually have a clue how their children are getting on really, other than what they get in the end of year report. And, a few halfway through the year, letters that might go home about stuff and that. But they don't really know how their children are getting on. So for me, what we do is every single inquiry that comes through, I ask, when they fill out the TutorCruncher inquiry form, one of the recent options that we put on it is, how would you like to be contacted? Some want a phone call, some want text, some want email, however they want. But So we'll contact them however they want to be contacted. A lot of the time that ends up with a phone call though, whether they initially inquire by email, but normally a nice phone call with the parent. And this isn't a 5-minute phone call. This is normally between half an hour to an hour. And a lot of the time, it's not me telling them what we do. That takes 5 minutes. So they've already seen that by email or text. It's them telling me about the child. Has their child got any learning difficulties? Anything? What do they, what sports do they like? Everything about the child. So fully reading, fully learning about that child and as a whole kind of thing, not just academically, but as a whole. I think to answer the question of how do we make sure kind of the children are at the center of the approach, it always comes back to the learning. And using tools like TutorCruncher to help with the admin and this and that is all brilliant. And it means that tutors can specifically focus on the child. So for me, with tutors, it's complete flexibility. So I get tutors who are specialists in what they do. So there are, there might be primary specialists, they might be maths, English, science, whatever they may be. And I'm not going to tell a science specialist how to teach science. I'm not going to micromanage it because I know nothing about science. I'm pretty rubbish at science. So for me, it's giving tutors free rein to teach how they want to teach for that child. Because once they make that connection with the child, I take a back seat. And it's that relationship is there, and there's no one telling them what they need to do. So as soon as they're with that child and they see a weakness or something that might work for that child, they don't have to get approval that they can they use, this resource or can they use that? It's yes, if it's going to work, use it. So it always comes back to the child and what will be best for them, really.
That's incredible. And you did mention TutorCruncher a couple of times, so it's a good segue. How has TutorCruncher helped you scale your business?
So if it wasn't for TutorCruncher, I would be out of business now. So we we used to use a different management software for tutoring, but then obviously to be compliant with being an employment agency model, we need to split payments. And as far as I know, TutorCruncher are the only ones out there that offer it. It was either that or it was not become an employment agency and then end up having to pay VAT on the total amount, which would have meant upping my prices significantly, which would have meant making it, my whole model is trying to be affordable for everyone. So yeah, being able to go down the split payment route means keeping the prices affordable for everyone. So yeah, TutorCrunch has enabled me to go from a few tutors to quite a lot more tutors. And I know with TutorCruncher I could have myself on there and that's it, or I could have 1,000 tutors and I'll be paying the same price for the number of tutors on there. And it's nice to have that peace of mind that if I keep scaling up and up and up, and we keep doing what we're doing, and we get more tutors on board, helping more families in the local area, that TutorCruncher will still be there. The constant updates is really good. Still waiting for the chat feature, which I know will be coming soon.
Very soon.
But yeah, then constant updates and being in the loop with it makes it really, really good as well. And the fact that TutorCruncher listen as well. So I know I've nagged about the chat feature for long enough. And they actually listen, they go, yep, we'll get that sorted for you. I'm sure packages was a recent feature. For me personally, I've not used it yet. But I'm sure there's other people that was requesting that and you actually listen and actually make it work. So yeah, that's really, really good.
I mean, for us, the biggest thing is we grow and you grow. So we want to see all of our clients grow and want to make sure that we're part of that journey. And we make sure that we do everything to kind of help you scale your business. So that's really good to hear. Are there any other tools that you use apart from TutorCruncher? Is there anything else that's really helpful in terms of, running your business?
Not, I mean, we use an online software for our online lessons. We don't use the built-in TutorCruncher one for that. We use one which is specific for online tutoring. Works really, really well. But it integrates with TutorCruncher perfectly, which is brilliant. QuickBooks for accountancy and that. Not really. TutorCruncher has pretty much what we need for the majority of the things that we do. And if it's not on TutorCruncher, normally it integrates with TutorCruncher pretty well, or it's got the ability to export it as a CSV file and link to it. So yeah, no, there's not really it's the TutorCruncher is the hub to a point that actually I've got a special to-do list kind of app that I use, and I'm actually trying to come away from that and use the tasks feature on TutorCruncher just to mean I can log on, look at TutorCruncher, and it's all together. So no,
Yeah.
there's not really a need to use loads of other features because it's all in one place.
Yeah.
So no, I don't use many, to be honest.
What is your favorite thing about running Holistic Tutoring? What do you love about it?
My favorite thing is definitely people, working with the people. So children, parents, and tutors, all of them. So I'm lucky enough that I speak to the tutors the most, and the parents the most probably, and then the tutors the second most. Obviously, a lot of the children I don't actually work with myself anymore. Um, but yeah, my favourite thing is when you get a message from a parent, a call from a parent, email from a parent, screenshot from a parent of something where the child's done really well. So that, it could be as simple as, or their school report, they're suddenly doing really well in this subject, or they achieved that grade that they needed in their exams. That's amazing. And I always pass it on to the tutor directly as well. So if I get a message that says, Rashi is absolutely brilliant tutor. My daughter loves working with her. I'll pass it on to the tutor, and that positive kind of atmosphere is really, really important. And I just love that. And it's the same with tutors as well, though. Um, it's not always easy, but we, trying to be as flexible as possible. I love having tutors when they say that they enjoy tutoring with us. Um, I love that. I have it, tutors that go, oh, I love the fact that, we're so flexible with it, um, tutors that, they might want to drop their hours for a few months because of stuff going on in their life and that. And, I'm always supportive of it. I would never say to a tutor, no, you can't. It's
Yeah.
always, of course you can. Hope everything's okay. If I can help, let me know. In the meantime, I'll deal with this. And understanding that people have got lives outside of work. Tutoring is not everyone's life. Parents have got lives outside their child's tuition. Tutors have got lives outside of it. So I just love it when people appreciate, just what we do here, and are happy with the tutoring, and they're happy to be a tutor. So I just love when I get any kind of message that reflects that.
I just want to say thank you so much, Jack, for taking the time to speak with us today and sharing all of these amazing insights. I know all of our viewers will benefit a lot from this. And for anyone watching, if you are a tutoring company and you want to share your journey with us, then please feel free to reach out to me. I'll link everything in the description below. And I can't wait to hear from you. Until next time.